What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Culture. This is your boy Nehemiah
and Ashley,
and today is another podcast, another video. I'm excited to be recording this one again, recording another one. How's your day been? How has your week been? Before we even get into this topic, real quick.
I feel like the week went by fast.
It did.
It was just Sunday yesterday. How was it Friday?
I feel like my days, the last 2 days, because I wasn't working, due to being, some personal body issues. Keep your boy in prayer, because the devil's trying to attack your boy's body, and we've already rebuked them. We need some more rebuking. But I feel like it has been kind of fast today.
Yeah.
Or this week, I mean. Even today at work, I'm like, dude, it was only 2:00. Now it's 3:30. What the heck? So it's been good, fast.
Yeah. Same for you?
It's good. Yeah. Good. I feel a lot better than what I did 2 days ago. But today's topic, I'm hearing an echo. Where the heck am I hearing this echo from?
Maybe the TV?
Did you mute the TV?
Yeah.
I don't know. No. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
No.
All right. Anyways, it's probably just me. But today's topic, I wanted to talk about finding the right one. How do you find the right one? We've been married 6 years as of a week ago, and we have been together on October for 8 years. We're hitting almost a decade. They say, statistics say that if you hit a decade of marriage, then it's a marriage for a lifetime. But I would say, dude, we've been together for almost a decade already, and it's been incredible. It has a lot of ups and downs. People probably think it's perfect, but it's not. So today I wanted to talk about, I know we were going to talk about friends, but something in me just said, hey, let's talk about spouse. Let's talk about finding the right one. What do you think it is to find the right one? So that's the question to you right now. What do you think it is for you to find the right one? How did you know I was the right one for you? I know I threw you off guard with this topic today.
I've mentioned this before. I don't know on the podcast, but I've said it to you multiple times and other people that God just told me. I saw you maybe a year prior to that, or a year and a half, and you just caught my eye, and we were both in different relationships, and something just told me you just caught my eye. I've never experienced that before with a guy. I've seen guys
you see me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
It was just in a different way. Yeah,
for sure.
Of course you see
100%.
people and oh yeah, he's cute, or or she's cute, or whatever. But there's just something about you that I was just I don't know, but I need to know your name.
Yeah.
And I found out what your name was, or your nickname. And and then I saw you maybe a year and a half later. And then that's when we started,
So I would say for you then, finding the right one was almost having that that first look.
Yeah.
Almost.
Kind of what is that little cheesy phrase?
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that all looks don't matter, your heart does, the heart does. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Yeah, the heart matters, but you also got to be pleasantly somewhat good looking,
attracted to the person,
I get it. I believe at love at first sight, because you almost fall in love with the look of the person. For me,
I don't think even he was your look. Well, it was partially your
I had
look.
no beard, girl. I was
don't
straight.
remember how you looked.
I was just straight round face. I mean, I still am, but I didn't have no beard.
I don't think even it was your look though that caught my eye. It was just something
probably my attitude, girl.
No, it wasn't even your attitude. We didn't even talk that day.
No.
But it was just something. I don't know, just your
vibe.
I don't know. If you know.
For me, how do I know I found the right one? So obviously you don't really necessarily know that you find the right one until you start dating, right? Maybe having
Mm-hmm.
conversations, talking. For me, I didn't know I found the right one from the first moment that we had our first conversation. It was hours long. I'm talking about it was from like what 11 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning, and when you can't stop talking to the person, when you can't stop, almost fantasizing about the person, looking for, like for me, it was as consistent. Like I can't have a second without her.
Mm-hmm.
So like I knew immediately because I'm be honest, man. Like my neck, I knew that the relationship I was in before you wasn't gonna be the one that I stayed with. I just didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew that the next relationship that I was gonna get into, it wasn't like I was 20. I was getting ready to be 20 years old. I was getting ready to turn 20. I was like, I don't want to get into a relationship. I was 20. No, I was 19.
I think you just turned 20, like when we were.
Okay, yeah, because
I
we
don't
got married
know.
at 22.
You
I
were
was
22.
22. You were
Yeah.
24. So for me, I knew that like the next relationship I get into has to be a serious one because this is gonna be the woman that I marry, right?
But why, like, how do I word this?
Put your mic down a little bit so people can see your
Oh.
lovely face. Come on.
But what made you like want to find that like next
Because I was
like serious relationship? Just because knowing your past
because I
and like
I
you were
was
so
just
young.
yeah, I was going from relationship to relationship, and even being in a relationship, I wasn't always faithful. I mean, clearly, I wasn't faithful to the one that I was with before you because I got with you.
Yeah.
I was just tired of like playing this game, spending my money on something that I know wasn't gonna last. Like, I was just at this point in my life that I knew I was gonna get married young. I just had that feeling. I just kind of knew it. Like I said, like I don't know. It's like when I got like 14 years old, I just kind of knew like, dude, you're gonna get married young. You're probably gonna have a kid young. But I was always this guy like I want to break this curse that my family has that you're gonna have a kid out of wedlock. And I didn't want to do that.
Mm.
So that's why. Well, I didn't. Not all my siblings did, but I think all of them except for one, honestly. Um, but I didn't want that. I didn't want to like have a kid with out of wedlock. Um, I just the way I was raised, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I guess when you and I started talking, what I found was, it was a person I wanted to marry someone that I like couldn't stop talking to, someone that I could like genuinely love, that could genuinely love me, that can just
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation with, best friend. I was looking for that, right? Obviously, you had to be attractive. Like I'm not gonna, I'm just not gonna marry a chick that's not attractive. Like it's just what it is. Like you're to me, I want a trophy, like outside of the doors, but I also don't want a trophy at home. Like to me, like you're almost a trophy. I love showing you off outside of this house. I love to show off my wife. I love to talk about my wife. I wear a wedding ring every day, and I love to somehow have this like, how can I involve my wife in a conversation that has nothing to do with it anyway? Like in a sense, and with my line of work, always being in units, residence, buildings, residential buildings and stuff like that. I know that the temptation of women is something that's been, I mean, passed on since generations, for me. And not only that, but also I want to be able to show the guys that I'm working with, because they're not married, like majority of them aren't, and they're younger than me. I want to be able to show them that, hey, like you can find the right one and be faithful and be almost obsessed with this person. I'm obsessed with you. It's just what it is. I'm obsessed with my wife, and I'm gonna always talk about my wife. That's just what it is. So for me, that's kind of what it was. I don't know if that even answered it, but
Mm.
but yeah.
And what made you like? What was like the initial like?
Talk louder.
What was the initial like that you knew I was the one compared to like your other girlfriends?
One, I know, like you knew what you wanted, when we got together or when we started talking, you knew exactly who you were in a sense. Like at that moment, you knew this is what I want. This is what I want in life. I want this. I want that. You were very kind of almost like straightforward with me almost. And I think we were straightforward with each other and I guess our dreams and our passions or our goals aligned. You know, you were the total opposite of me, the quiet, rather stay in a corner. Compared to me, I went around the whole building and talked to everybody. And I love that about you. You know, you were very calm, cool, collective. You were a dope musician. And I was like, dude, I can have somebody that's in the same line as me. I play drums. She's also a drummer. She plays bass though. Like we can do this together. Stevie used to call us the dynamic duo, right? When
Yeah.
and we weren't even together. I think we were talking or whatever, and he was like, "This is the dynamic duo because, like, you play the bass and I play the drums, and to me, like, we flowed. Like, you knew when I was gonna do certain things without me even having to tell you. To this day, I know that like we get on it. You know, we get on it together. You're gonna know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But that just what it was. Like you knew who you were. You know, like you were very firm in who you were. And honestly, you were a freaking beautiful woman, and you're beautiful now. Like I was attracted to you not only physically, but there was a spiritual connection that I had with you. That I was like, dude, like I don't know if I can live my life without this chick. Why am I getting emotional? But yeah, that's what it was. Like there was something about not only your physical attraction but your spiritual attraction. I think it was just seeing you on that bass, worship God, and I was look to to the left or to the right of me, and you're just worshiping, and I'm like, dang, like I like that. You know, like I want to spend the rest of my life with someone like that, and that someone was you. You know, how did same question.
I would say, I mean, I kind of answered it earlier. There was just something different about you compared to like any other guy that I've like liked or dated. I don't know, just the same as you. I think we just like connected so well.
Yeah.
It like was just, I don't know, easy, you know?
Yeah. Do you think that the reason why it was easier for you and I to get together, or I wouldn't say easy because it wasn't necessarily an easy thing when we got together, but
No, far from easy.
why do you think it was so easy for you to, I guess, to make the transition to start dating me, for us to get together, and for you to know like this is a forever thing? Because you told me basically from the beginning, like I've had my eye on you for years, and I knew you were gonna be something in my life. I didn't know what it was, and now we're talking. Now we're dating. Oh shoot, you just put a ring on me. Oh my God, we're a week before we get married. Oh my Lord, we're married. We're pregnant. Like now we're 6 years into this thing together as being married. Like what was it for you?
I don't know.
I need more than just I don't know, girl.
I'm trying to think.
They say I talk too much, girl, so we need you to talk.
What made you different, or what was the question?
Yeah, like what made it almost different from your past relationship? Because you were in a very serious relationship for 3 years, 3+ years. I was barely hitting a year with the chick that I was with, so it was serious, but it wasn't serious as yours. Like this dude was about to propose to you. Like this dude was about to try to lock you up for the rest of your life, and I came out of nowhere.
You literally did.
But like, what made it so different? Besides I knew you're gonna be so special in my life, and there was always a connection you had towards me. But like, what was it besides that? Because there had to be something else. It couldn't just be a physical. Like, I looked at you and I was like, man, you're gonna be something.
It was just God. I mean, I can't really like explain it. And obviously I was very attracted to you. But like you were completely opposite from any other guy that I've dated. And
I don't know. That's a good thing or a bad thing.
I say it's good, but it was literally God.
You were a woman, bro. Like, honestly, like, I think about it. You were a freaking woman. That's why I was attracted to you. I had these little, like...
You did date younger girls.
Yeah, she was 16. The girl I was dating, and I was 19. I was 3 years on her. And I was just like, you know, even the relationship before that, though, she was only a year younger than me, but, like, just felt like a kid, bro. And I know I was a kid, too, but, like, I wanted a woman, man.
And look at me. I never wanted to date a younger man.
Yeah.
And I did.
So,
I married one.
To transition out of, like, almost us feeling attracted towards each other or whatever. Why is love worth it? Why is love worth it?
Because I feel like if you truly care and love for the person, then no matter how hard.
Stop trying to talk all soft.
I'm not talking soft.
You know.
See, you made me forget what I was gonna say.
You said if you truly care for someone.
So if you truly care and like love someone, then and obviously you marry them. Like you even vow to them, like
the good and the bad,
the good and the bad, for your sickness and health, for rich or for poor.
Mm-hmm.
Like all that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
And you like vow to that person in front of God, first of all, and in front of your family and friends. So it's like you're making that commitment, and
it's a lifelong commitment.
Mm-hmm.
See, for me, I don't even remember the question I asked you.
So why is love
worth it? I look at the best example of love that we've ever received in our life, and it's not from a mom, it's not from a dad, it's not from a grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cuz, bro, sis, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I look at the relationship that Jesus had with us. The fact that he was selfless enough to do what he did on that cross for us should go to show, because we are the bride of Christ. The church is the bride of Christ. And he's willing to sacrifice his perfect life, sinless life. He had temptations, but he overcame temptations. I look at that and I'm like, that's what love is. John 3:6, the most famous scripture, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. I look at that like, that's what love is. Are you willing to lay your life down for the person that you're spending the rest of your life with? And it's not, oh, I will today. Oh, I will a year into it. I will 3 years into it. But you know what? This 5th year that we just hit, I don't know if I want to lay my life down for you. It's going back to the moments of sacrifice, of love, the vows, like you said, the vows that you said right there. That's it. But I look at Jesus, the perfect example of what love is. Perfect love is a guy who's willing to like do something for people that we don't even deserve. That we don't even deserve it. I'm not saying you don't deserve my love. I'm not saying I don't deserve your love. But it's a love that's willing to sacrifice, a love that's willing to say, I care for you, and I'm going to not only say it, but I'm going to show it. A person who's willing to take his jacket off for his lady because there's a puddle there and you don't want her to get wet. I know that's a cliche thing. That's the bromance. People said that the first years of marriage is like the honeymoon stage. Listen, I'm in honeymoon for the rest of my life because I married the dreams of I married the woman of my dreams. I married the woman that when I look at how Jesus loved the church, man, my wife has those. She has those characteristics. You know what I'm saying? And that's why if she's going to give me that love, that I got that love, then I have to give that same exact love back. It's almost, it's required of me because I said yes in front of those same people that you did. That person that married you is my father. Like I said that, and I repeated what he repeated. I said what he said. I did that. This ring it's to show people our unity. It's to show people, hey, we're in this together. We're in this in the darkest, deepest, most horrible, depressing moments, but we're also with it at the highest, the peak, the rich, the drippiest moments of our lives. When I look good and when I look like a bum, when I stink like a bum and I smell like heaven. Like I'm gonna love you no matter what. Even if it's hard to love, I have to go back to that Bible. Okay, what did Jesus do when they forsake them? What did Jesus do when Peter denied him in front of his face? Mm-hmm. Still loved. Yeah. Still said, hey, brother, you messed up, but I'm going to go back on. I'm going to go on that cross. And I'm going to do it, even though you denied me. So I look at that like that's the love.
Yeah.
You know.
And I feel like also too, like you have to like look back why you even fell in love with that person too. Like
100%.
You can't just, I don't know. I mean, I still work on it too. I mean, of course, it's always hard to love your spouse, you know, some days more than others.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
But like, you have to like initially like look back and like think about like why did you fall in love? Like, what things made you fall in love? Yeah. And like, I want to give an example. Like, a few days ago, we got in an argument.
We did.
And it was pretty...
I'll call it disagreement.
Yeah, disagreement. But, like, it was pretty, like, heavy, at least on my end. And... why am I getting emotional?
It was an argument. I'll be honest, y'all. I don't even remember.
It was petty. It was very petty.
Okay.
Something that could have just... it just escalated for
no reason.
But... well, there was a reason, but it's something that's just like a mindset that I have to change. You know, I'm working on about, you know. Mm-hmm. But anyways, you had went to go to sleep and I was editing a video for church. And I was looking on my YouTube I think I was looking for a song like to put on the background. And I have like folders on my YouTube channel, like to save like certain like songs or like whatever that I want to use for like different projects. And I have like a folder that says Babe, like that songs that like are meant like for you and stuff, or like songs that we both like or whatever. And there was a song that I clicked on, and it was our first dance song when we got married. And I just started listening to it and I just started crying because it's like, man, why am I like, you know, like this towards him if I like love him? I love him so much that damn.
Sorry, y'all.
way to ruin the mood.
That means I'm supposed to take my medicine, but go ahead.
But it's just like it's so petty. Like, why am I like so mad at him? Like, why? You know, it just like made me like think of like the moment when we got married and like why, you know. Yeah. I don't even know what the question was and why I even led to that.
You're good.
But oh yeah, going back to like what initially, like why did you love them in the beginning? But
yeah.
So I guess that's like the reason why, you know, fight for your love, because it's like
I can tell you
during the hard times, it's like, you know, you could get through it and just think about.
We've been through too many hard times. We've been through a lot. I think more than some some marriages shouldn't go through. I found this quote from Joseph Campbell: "Marriage is not a fairy tale; it's a love story that unfolds over time." And what love story has ever been perfect? There's only been, I don't know any marriage that I've known has not been perfect. I look at an example of my parents. Or they've been through some of the toughest times. I remember 230 Chestnut when I heard the word divorce, and thank God that they're not divorced. They haven't always shown the love because they're private people, but the sacrifices that my dad makes every day to go to work and do something that he doesn't love, shows me how much he loves my mother. And to me, that quote, like, it's not a fairy tale. It's it's something that it unfolds. And to me, like, the first 6 chapters of our marriage, while they've been hard, I tend to look at them. The moments where I feel like giving up as a dad, the moments where I feel like giving up as a husband because I don't feel like I'm worth it, like worthy of being a husband. I look back at the moments where you were there. I look back at the moments where we've had. How am I going to tell her this? And I look back 2 years ago at that moment where you went on Snapchat and you found that one text. Was there more?
No.
And I look back at that and I'm like, wow, this is a love that even when it hurts, she still loves. So, like, there's moments where I do get mad, and there's certain things that I'm like, I can't control, or I can control, but sometimes I choose not to control. I always look back at everything. The good moments we've had. I look back at the terrible moments we've had. I look back at all that, and I'm like, this is worth it. When I was laying in my deathbed 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years? 2 years ago. Yeah. And I was laying there. Who was the one that was calling me, texting me every day, all day? It was my wife. Who were they calling to give the news to? It was my wife. So I look back and I'm like, this is the person that I'm worth fighting. I would always fight for. I will give up a job. I will give up my dreams. I will give up anything because I love you that much. I've put things aside because I love you so much that I'm like, I'm going to make sure that you're in the forefront of it. You know, before we end, I want to talk a little bit about communication and what it takes to have great communication in a marriage. Because they say the leading causes to a lot of marriages is to divorce is obviously finances
and communication.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest real quick. We'll talk real quickly about finances. She has been with me when I've had negative $8 in my account. In our account. -8. She's been with me when we've had a couple $1,000s in that account. Money to us will never persuade our love for each other. It never has. It never will. Because when those vows were said for rich or for poor, when we both said that, we meant that. And that's why we've never let any type of finances ever get in the way of our marriage, because we know that doesn't make our marriage. That doesn't break our marriage. All that can do is just help us in our marriage. And we know what it's like to have nothing, and we know what it's like to have something. So we can't really talk too much about the money portion of it because we never really had to deal with it. I think the only thing we've had to deal with is maybe the lack of faith sometimes we've had in it. Like today, I'm going to expose you. I'm sorry. When you know, the doctor told me yesterday, you have to stay away from stress. The reason why, I'm gonna just quickly say it. Doctor gave me some news about my blood pressure. I didn't like it. The thing is, we started this health thing. We started to be healthy and to get healthy. And then I have this really bad high blood pressure problem. I'm even talking about super high, skyrocket. And he told me, like, he's like, your blood pressure is high because of stress. And then today you're stressing about money. And what did I just text you? I just text you, hey, God got us. Like, what are you tripping about? Like, our bills are paid. Our rent's paid. Our car's paid. Our internet is paid. Our phone, like it's paid. Like, so what? We only have a couple bucks for the next 2 weeks. It's paid. And I even changed the subject because I started to be like, I'm not gonna stress myself out about this. We've been in worse, but we've been in way worse. You know we've been in worse. We've only had $100 for a whole month. So I was like, why is she tripping over what we? What? Right or wrong? I was like, what are you tripping about?
Yeah.
You know. And that's the reassurance. Like, hey, can you go back to 3 months ago? Can you go back to can we go back to last year at this time? And then talk to me about money. Right? Let's go back to last year. This time last year. You know, it was a lot worse. So why am I going to be upset about this? I was glad I got to pay the bills. But I didn't, trust me, I was glad I had the money to pay the bills. I know the tithe took a good chunk too. But I'm glad we get to give God what's his.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it, guess what? That little extra, that money we would have kept would have been spent. And we would have been broke. And we wonder, where's all our money? Because we didn't give God what he deserves. Mm-hmm. But anyways, let's talk about communication. Why do you think people always say that communication is a lot of communication leads to divorce? Why do you think, in your opinion? I'm not gonna Google it. I'm not Googling it because I don't care about I know those stats matter, but why do you think communication is so bad? Or why do you think it destroys marriages?
Just because if you're not in like unity or in the same in the same, what's that word I'm trying to think of? Like in the same mindset, mm-hmm. Like how are you supposed to live your life together? Yeah. If you guys are in total opposite, it's like, why be married then? I mean, you guys became one. So it's like, I mean, I get it. There can be certain days or seasons or just whatever, however you feel like it can be harder some days than others. Yeah. But like in overall, like I feel like, I don't know, it's just a lot of people lack in it. And I don't know why.
You know why they lack in it? Because I still feel like for some reason marriages, especially early marriages, young marriages, they try to keep this fake narrative of who they really are. So they keep this filter around their spouse and they don't know how to be real with them because they're so filtered around their spouse. That don't even make sense, bro. You're telling me you're going to be a fake around your wife?
I don't even think it's like fake. I think it's just because it's like you said, like earlier marriages, like it's just new to them.
They just keep a filter.
And it kind of feels like you're still dating, but like living together.
It's not even.
And it's like, there's a certain, you get to know the real person once you live with them for so long. And it's like, you get to know like their true colors. And I feel like that's when it like,
Look, let me tell you this much. It's a bunch of bull. Because if you're telling your boy everything, guys, men, if you telling your boy everything, you can't even tell your spouse that. Then marry your best friend. Don't marry your boy. Don't marry your wife. Why you marry her if you can't even be real with her? I'm sorry, but let's be honest, man. We keep a filter. We filter life. Nowadays, it's all about the filtered, perfect life.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
Like, oh, they're happy.
Listen, I got some scars if I take the shirt off to show you. Yeah. It ain't. I'm not saying she beat me, so I don't think she beats me. Because she don't. I wish she would. No, I'm just kidding. But I think because they keep a filter, they filter themselves so much that they fake who they are.
And that's how I feel like to like impress like other people. Like, oh, we have like a good life. Like, we're a happy couple. We're a happy family. Like, and it's like,
say that. Say that.
You know?
Say that. So true.
But it's like, then how are you supposed to get help?
You know what it is? Nowadays, you want to know why communication sucks in marriages? What is what is I'll use me as example. Let me see the Yankees score on Instagram. Let me see how many home runs they got. Oh, dude, this is... Oh, dude, I gotta send this to my boy. I gotta send this to Ozzy. This is too funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why there's no communication.
Yeah. You know what I saw today? I saw a girl talk about how, like, I'll have to show you later. But she said, like, a lot of couples think that just because you're sitting next to them, that's quality time. And it's like, it's not, because it's like, you're on your phone. How are you giving them quality time?
Dude, come on.
And then people are like, oh, well, you never spend time with me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was just with you sitting down watching a movie. But like, or like just chilling with you. Like, that's not spending quality time.
Yeah, this is how they watch a movie. Oh, man. I gotta order this on Amazon. I gotta order this on Amazon real quick. At the end of the day, you know why they lack so much communication? Because they're trying to portray something that they ain't.
Or they're just, like you said, just distracted. Like the phone, there's just... Bro. I've caught myself... I'm not going to lie. God, like... Oh. He, for sure, like... Yeah. Today, I kind of, like, fall off a little bit on that. Instead of, like, spending time with Isla.
Yeah.
I was editing and I was just doing this and I was just like scrolling a little bit because she was watching TV, but then she would like jump on me and I'm just like, Isla, get off me. It's like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I saw a video too, like, where's my phone? They're like, is this like more important than spending time? Like, this could always come back. Spending time with whoever like you're or around is like, that's not ever gonna come back again. You only have one day, one time. Like, it's like this time right now is never coming back in your life.
It's limited.
Never in your life.
But you can go back to what they posted 3 hours ago, but you can't go back to 3 hours ago.
June 30th at 10:15, 2023. This minute is never gonna come back.
No,
ever.
It can't.
So it's like, dang. So I put my phone away. I let it to charge, and I was just watching something with Isla, and we're playing with her here.
Yeah.
And then she was making a slide with our blanket
while I was in the shower.
She fell on her head.
But
it's like this. But yeah, this does ruin a lot of.
We've lacked that a lot. Where we'll be like, man, I haven't been able to watch. You know, like for me, I love Good. I'm like, I haven't watched anything. Good just uploaded 3 videos. Like, or Kai's posted some, or one of my favorite YouTubers that I like to watch posted some, and I'm like, dang it. And then you be like, well, just watch it because I got something to watch too.
But you know what though? Like, I feel like we've gotten a lot better though.
Yeah, I mean, especially for the last couple of days, we've been watching this show together, and we've been watching it together. Like
we're not on our phones.
No, we're over here commenting on the comments. Why are you idiot? Like, laughing. And then you're really telling me too. Like you're like, but why would she even guess? I'm like, bro, that's straight dumb. And it's a funny show. It's a freaking hilarious show. We're sitting here just laughing.
But I do want to say though, like, we've ever since we like moved into our house, like dinner time, no phones, no TV, like nothing. We'll have music. Yeah, we'll have like worship music playing, and it's like, just, how was your day?
Yeah. I let asses be like 55 times.
How was your day, Dad?
How
was work?
So she asked me it earlier, right? We were sitting here on the couch where you're sitting at, and when she was sitting next to me, we were talking a little bit. I get in the car to take her to mom's. Daddy, how was your day? Baby, you asked me like 2 hours ago. I know, Daddy, but I just want to know, how was your day? I was like, it was good, baby.
Yeah.
I think for communication in marriages, stop filtering it. Stop filtering who you are in front of your spouse, and stop being so distracted by things that are we talked about this last week. Stop worrying about things that are keeping you empty. My wife fills me up. Just like you fill me, having conversations with you, this podcast, doing things together fills me up. It makes me feel amazing as a husband, as a friend. Because at the end of the day, you're my best friend. You're my best friend. Yeah, I got a best friend in Malik, but you're my best friend. There's nothing I don't tell Malik that I don't tell you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go to him like, hey, bro, how do I say this to Ashley? Well, bro, you should probably say it like that. That's the only time. And then I go and tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I almost said something. Oof. You gonna get mad at me because I told him. But
You gotta tell me off camera.
but
I also do want to say, like, you can't stop dating. You can't stop dating your spouse.
Yeah, we're going to the movies on Sunday.
Because, like, when you first start dating, it's like, you know, that lovey-dovey.
It's that puppy love. It's
like you want to impress them. You want to look good. You want to dress good. You maybe want to cook a dinner for them. You know, give good impressions. It's like, why stop it?
Shoot. A few days ago, when I came in here, look, got a fresh cut. I don't look fresh, but your boy got a fresh cut, the beard, everything. I came in here because I wanted you to be like, dang, daddy.
You did look good.
You know, but she was mad at me because I paid
the argument.
I get it. I paid an extra $15 for the beard. The haircut was already $45. Listen, my haircut was $60, but that's the Bay Area.
No,
but
okay. I'm just gonna be clear though, completely honest. The argument that I had mentioned earlier was because of that, and because of me stressing out about finances. Yeah. We talked about that right now earlier. It's like I texted you, man, like why? Like I'm stressed because of finances. And that's something that I told you. I have to break like the mentality of what'd you say it was? Like
poverty mentality.
So it's like, and that's why I got upset with you, because it's like, dude, that's money that can go towards rent or money towards food or like.
And I get it.
And we got in an argument.
But I felt convicted too, because I was like, dang it, I probably shouldn't have done it. But then I was like, hold up, I want to impress you. Like I want to listen.
And that's what made me start crying when I was watching our song. And I was like, man.
Like there was moments where I couldn't get a haircut.
I know.
You remember, I didn't have a haircut for like 3 months at one point. I looked bad. No. So now I'm like, shoot, we got that extra little. Bro, I'm gonna get my haircut, and then because I've been getting a haircut from Bummy Pete. I'm sorry,
Bummy Pete.
I'm sorry, but like the barber that I was going to was Bummy. Actually, no fade. No, I ain't gonna talk about who she is, but it was no fade.
Yeah, I know she is.
I know, but still, you know, I don't want to do that to her.
It was just a little Asian lady.
Like there was no fade. Like this dude textured my hair back to the waves and the curls. Like, he was Puerto Rican too, so you know he
flat now.
No, it's flat right now. But like the fade
it
was.
It did look nice. You even had like a line. I was like, what the heck?
The beard was
I thought they like, you know, airbrushed it.
No, like the beard was cut, and it, to me, it's like I never want to stop impressing you. I never want to stop looking good. Bro, I need cologne because I don't want to stink, and I always want to smell good for you. Like, yeah, it's for me, but like, yeah, it boosted the heck out of my confidence after that haircut. Then you destroyed it 5 seconds later, but
I'm sorry. No, but, I really am sorry.
No, I know, but
you did look good though.
But like I do these little things like you said because I want to keep like that dating like, dude, my boss gave all of us a $50 gift card for the movies. Yeah, we going on a date. We going to the movies. Thank you, boss. You know what I'm saying? I might have to pull maybe like $20 out of my pocket for like maybe some, you know, because everything's expensive now, but like. Maybe not even. Maybe like $10 out of my pocket. So guess what? We get to go on a date on Sunday for free, basically, because my boss hooked it up. Always find that time to date. Always find that time.
And it's not dating like as in, oh, let's go out for dinner.
It's even just chilling.
Like, it's like that, like, yeah, like I said like earlier, giving that effort to like look good or to like do something nice for the person that you, if you know their love language, like do something for them, like in
that's a good. Let's end in that love languages.
Okay.
Now that you said that, they said that everyone has two.
Two? I thought it was like four.
No,
there's four.
There's like 4 or 5.
I don't even know. Let me look it up.
But I know, like for me, I can tell you exactly what mine is. It's words of affirmation, and it's is it gift giving or something like that?
Gift.
Like I always tell you, just tell me I'm sexy and give me a gift. Yeah. You know, like. For me, that to me that is like when Ashley tells me I'm proud of you and she says stuff like that, it makes me feel real good. When you tell me I look good after a haircut, good. But when I'm just kidding.
You do love a good compliment. But these are the 5 love languages. So the first one is quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, and acts of service.
I got like 3 then, because I love physical touch. No, I'm just kidding. I do. I like when you come randomly hug me and just give me.
I feel like you like everything.
No, but like for me, I think my top 2 was words of affirmation and gift.
We have to take the quiz after we're done.
We take it again, but
I think for me is quality time, and I think I would say words of affirmation as well.
Yeah, that's what your 2 were. That's what your 2 were last time we did the test.
Yeah.
You know, but that's also very important to know what that is.
What your partner's love language is.
Yeah.
Because although it may not like be yours, like put in that effort to do that for them, because that's their love language.
100%. I agree with that so much. And your spouse, they always say like you have to fall in love with your spouse all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like there's little things that I fall in love with you about every day. Like today when I came home, the house was all nice and clean. I was freaking love that. Me fall in love with you again. When you wore that dress last weekend, that black dress, my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I was lusting over you, girl. I'm sorry. I don't know if I think it was lust. I don't even think
when it came out.
Jesus.
I think I have your reaction.
But like to me, like you freaking, but you sexy right now with no makeup on. And that green tank top. Like to me, but it's like I fall in love with you every single day. Like it's just little things that I just fall in love with about you.
I think same for me. Well, I don't think it is same for me. And that's why, like on the way back after dropping off Iowa, like I was just looking at you like, I love you. Yeah.
Yeah. Fall in love with your spouse every day, man. It's dang, we were almost an hour. I didn't even know. We talked a little. I know it was kind of all over the place, but at the same time, it kind of wasn't.
Kind of just. It was all
but this was kind of just. I didn't tell. Like usually, I have notes. No notes today. Just let's just have a conversation. I just just really felt like I wanted to talk about like, our marriage is far from perfect, but it's perfect for me. Every little thing that we've gone through, the ups and downs, it's the perfect roller coaster.
Yeah.
Trinity said, y'all don't love roller coasters? Miss Trinity, there's only one roller coaster I love, and it's our marriage. But
yeah.
I'm just glad that like you've been able to. I'm just so grateful that you stuck it out. I'm talking about through the toughest times of our marriage, and now you can say on the up. We're rising up. It's on the up, and I'm just grateful that you're still here and you are just rocking with me, still loving me through it. Hopefully 2 kids in a year, and we just gonna be just doing better than what we are today. Like I said, by this time next year, there's some great things happening, and I'm just glad that we're doing this together. Yeah. Any last words?
No, I think this was a good episode. I mean,
I don't know how many rules I can get out of this one. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. This is a really great conversation here about love, and man, if you're married and you're watching this, please, man, hug your spouse. Tell them you love them. Find out their love languages. That was great that you said that. Thank you for saying that. Find out their love languages and do what you can for their love languages. Do what you can. Do the little things that is just going to just do something for your spouse. Fall in love every day. Find those little victories, those little wins in your marriage, so that way your marriage can be more successful. Do not become a statistic to what this world says. Over 50% of marriages are divorced. You be that 1% that does not get divorced. You be that 1% that can change this generation and change exactly what's happening right here today in this world. You can be that 1% to change it. Just remember, you and your wife, you and your husband can be that change. So thank y'all for tuning in to Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode here at Creative Culture, where we believe creatives like you and I can change the culture we live in today. We see y'all in the next one. Peace. Bye, guys.